Our phone is connected. Seeing the board. Yeah, I think we are finally there. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Crazy Talk again. It's a beautiful, beautiful evening, and today we are talking about another beautiful topic. Please, if you are just joining me, kindly share because today we have some vital information that I just want to pass across. So, whoever it's that information is, I hope you grab it and I hope you enjoy it. So, before we start, please just share and invite people. Invite as much as you could. Invite people as much as you can. Very, very important. It's very important that you invite people. Invite people. So I'm going to be using this board as an illustration. So I hope all you all can hear me clearly. So today we are talking about this world, when we talk about this world, this rain, what is it all about? Sometimes it's good to sometimes uh, uh, ask, why are we here? What is this world about? Blah, 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 blah. And when you ask ChatGPT, what is the essence of living? And why are we living on this world? Is it a world? Is it a planet? Is it a realm? Whatever thing that you might want to call it. But whichever way that pass or that goes well for you, it is fine. Because as your knowledge grew, you began to understand that so many things is not what it actually is or how it's seen. So if you see some certain things, you're like, maybe that is not all right. Or maybe you see that as maybe that is not all right. But the thing is just that your life or your level of life, it depends on your knowledge and your level of spirituality. And that is what we are diving in today. And when we talk about this world, this world as is a planet. You see it as a planet. Some see it as a rim. Some see it as a flat earth, round earth, ball earth, whichever way that you want to, see it. So good evening, my people, my people. Good evening, good evening, good evening to you all. Please kindly share and invite other people because we have something to discuss. Anyway, so before we go in, let me just quickly draw some things like, you know, so I hope you all can see me. Let me remove this chair from the way. So I hope you all can see it. So basically, this is the word, for example. I'm just using it. It's like a bus. In this bus, so this bus contains each and every one of us, whichever category that you belong to. You belong to either here. And this is the 3D word, the 4D and the 5th D. And the 6th D is something else. Excuse me. Let me copy something out. So now, the reason why this whole thing is so important is because your level of knowledge starts from here, this 3D. The moment you were born and you began to grow and get some information, you are programmed here. Here is where fear is, anger, all of them, they are here. Or hatred, all of them, they are here on this 3D. Jealousy, they are all here. Everything that you want to talk about, backbiting, all kinds of, the desire for this world. I must achieve this, I must get this, I must get that. All of them, they are all here on this 3 day. And this is how this world is. This is how this realm is. Each and all this realm that we're going to be discussing, each of all this level, it all depends on your awakeness, your level of spirituality, religion. Here we have religion as well. We have religion here. 3D dimension. In 3D dimension is where you have everything, everybody. Like, seriously. When you are born into the school system, you fall into this 3D dimension. You fall into this 3D dimension. Because in this 3D dimension, they teach you about religion, they teach you about everything that you can ever imagine. This is all come down to this place. And this is where this realm, this chart. So, in this 3D dimension, we have all kinds of people. As a matter of fact, this should be the biggest one. Let me do it well so that you will have the more perspective of what it actually is. I think it's better this way, this 3D dimension. Let me just put it this way so that you know how broad it is. Very, very broad. This 3D dimension is basically, it's like having out of 100, we have 85% here on this 3D dimension. And in this 3D dimension is where everybody is. Everything that you can imagine, everything you can see, everything you can talk about, everything you can, just everything is under this 3D dimension. And it's so populated, programming, all kinds of things that you can imagine, they're all here in this 3D dimension. And sometimes you might wonder, what is this 3D dimension? 3D dimension is where you don't talk about yourself. You don't talk about your self-love. You don't talk about be caring or be kind or be nice to the world or nothing like that. In this 3D dimension, you always want to show, you always want to impress, you always want to do what people say to you, you always, hunger, you always feel jealousy, you always feel that zeal of I want to do this and end this that has nothing to do with you. And the most profound insight is that you always want to satisfy other people because you are programmed that way on this 3D dimension. Just want to see. Okay. So now on this 3D dimension is you can never get to this 4D. You can never get to this 4D without you acknowledging this 3D. Because basically this 3D dimension is where everything about you is being programmed. When you're born into some certain family, you are obligated to follow the religion, follow the tradition, follow the system. Like each and every one of us, we are all born into that system. Everything you have, everything you know, everything you become, your country shape you on this 3D. Your society shape you on this 3D. This is the low level. And when you are here on this level, on this 3D world, it is how they present it to you. It's like showing you the end of the world. It's like showing you the end of life. This is what life is all about. I remember in those days whereby I used to do like 3 jobs, like seriously. I have my normal job. I have other job that I do on my computer, and I have other acting job. Was it 3 or 4? Also go and act movie, and those movie extra and short scene they will just give you, and they will pay so good, and I go and play it as well. And then I also do delivering job. I was like having like 3, 4 jobs. And then I thought, I thought I have to do this to get this. I have to do that to do this. I have to, get this. I have to do this. I have to be here. I have to be that. I thought, because that's what 3D would teach you. It puts you in a roller coaster whereby you obligate program running in a high speed of world. You're just moving in, out, in, out, in, out. You eat, sleep, walk, eat, sleep, walk, eat, sleep, walk. There's nothing that has to do with your mental state. There's nothing that has to do with your well-being. There's nothing that has to do with your purpose. There's nothing that has to do with who you actually are. There is nothing, nothing, nothing. You don't think about that. You don't talk about that. Even if you hear people talking about purpose and love and self-care, you're kind of like, huh? Huh? It's like when you're speaking, when you are an English speaking person, and you see some people speaking some other language, like what's the person talking about? Because you don't understand. You don't understand is because you are on 3D. Like what I'm saying now, for many people, it's like, oh, what I used to hear that. Well, I used to get about. That's how we sound. It's normal because that shows that you are on 3D. Those 3D dimension world, you can never cross in to this 4D, because the road to this 4D is very, 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 very tiny. Very, very tiny. When I mean tiny, it's like as tiny as the eye of the needle. Very, very tiny. For you to cross into this 4D. Because crossing into this 4D, first of all, it has to come down to the awakeness. Last year I was doing a video a lot more about waking up, waking up, waking up. And I'm like, she's always coming here to talk about waking up. And in that time, though the earth itself was also passing through a wormhole, bringing the world into a new system. And in that bringing the world into a new system, the process of the earth shifting. Let me show you. It's like we are in a container like this box. That's how we are. You might not see it that way. It's fine. You may not understand it. It's not of you to understand, but I'm just telling you. So basically, this is what happened. It's like this chair is the health. Okay, so this chair now, last year was the end of a circle. So in that circle, it was moving like this slowly. It was moved. Many people didn't understand why things were going on the way it was, why a lot of things were just happening. You didn't know, but we know. So the earth was moving to in the process of it moving, people were waking up. Like seriously, people were having a lot of spiritual awakening. And in this spiritual awakening, nobody come and tell you that spiritual awakening is like this, or when you go and meet this person, he pray for you. No. That is not spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening is you. It's like the version of you, the real version of you wake up. That is the spiritual awakening. If you don't have it or you don't understand it, it's fine. It's not something that you should force yourself like, why everybody's talking about it, I don't have it. I have friends, who come to me like, Quincy, how does this spiritual awakening? I want to experience it. Unfortunately, it's not something I can do because it's nothing anyone can do. It's not a religion. It's not a system. It's not a thing that you kill into. It's not like it's something that you have to buy into, or like a religion that you have to be converted into. No. When you have it, you have it. It's just the way it is. It's like a spark. When it's spark inside of you, it happens. But if it does it, you just have to wait again till when the head is shifting again. Because what happened is, in this realm, it always moves. It's always moving. It never stands still. The earth, this planet, they call it planet. this rain. It never stands still. It's always moving. So now it has moved to a time whereby you see, if you notice in the world, of course, even if you are too busy, you understand that now we're in the AI zone, artificial intelligence. So that is what it was moving into this realm, into this new function. And in this new system, now you see a lot of things shaping up, and it is of your own good to, dive into it, because you will be so much left behind. That is what it is. So in that process, when you're on this 3D, a lot of people who have shown themselves love, show themselves forgiveness, show themselves so much self-care, many of them were able to get that spark, because what ignites the awakening light inside of you is that self-love. That moment you just started to think about your purpose of existence. That is when your soul said, okay, we have come to the end. That's okay, we need to stand up. That is when it stand up. So that is where it happens. And when it happens that, okay, you have the light, and then in that process, a lot of people were able to pass through that tiny dot and move down to the 4D realm. This 4D realm, we have selflessness. Selflessness. Oh, sorry. Selflessness. We have purpose. We have love. And we have kindness. And I will explain. You see, in this 4D realm, when you're able to wake up, when you're able to have that spark inside of you, something ignites, something change, something totally shifts inside of you. And when that thing shifts, you become selfless. I mean, when I say selfless, I mean you don't longer think about yourself. You now understand your purpose. Why are you here? You begin to get the knowledge of why you are here on this planet, on this realm. And the most especially is that when you have this awakening, you will understand that you are not from here. And you also understand that there are so many things going on in this realm. And when you were in this 3D, a lot of things, stupid things you do, a lot of, crazy stuff, you began to like, how did I even do something like that? How did I even do some crazy stuff? How did I even, do that and do that? You just begin to, mess up yourself, That's normal. Because when everyone started being here, and I remember sometimes when there's something I did and I saw the picture and I was like, how could I have been so stupid? Like, seriously, how could I have been so stupid that I do something so crazy? And I was like, whoa. Let me explain this 3D for you. 3D is like a little baby life. Children, they just do things without thinking, like all the that a lot of people are doing now. You don't think, but the moment you pass that tiny O and you get to 4D, you're able to wake up and get into 4D. This is where you will become. Nothing on this world become interesting to you. When I mean interesting to you, I read an article about a person who is a person that has a very big company, and the company was earning a lot of money. And, when it happened. So it not so, close the door, close the door, go me there now, okay? What? Okay, go. Yeah, go back. Can you go? So now the person, I don't know what happened. He sold the company and used the money to buy, to build house for homeless people. That is selflessness. That's what the 4D do to you. It makes you become selfless. And sometimes you might say, I can say, is that even good thing? Why will I give all my things to people that I don't even know? Because it is not you, like you having it. You understand that this thing was given to you at first. This thing was actually given to you for the purpose. So you also understand that now that is given to you and you didn't come here, here is not your home. You know, here is not your home. No. Okay. Here is not your home. And because it's not your home, you want to do everything possible so that you're able to leave and go home. You see, one of the most thing about selflessness of this 4D realm is that you understand why you are on this planet. You understand why you came. You understand the reason why things around you is the way it is. And you also understand that you have the key. And now it's like getting to the river bank and you need to cross. And in order for you to cross through the river to the other side, there is a boat. Now this is the something. Is either you take the boat and cross, or you don't take the boat, or you stay there. That's just the way it is. And you know, when you want to cross, okay, you're already there, you're going to take the boat because you want to cross. So the reason why most people, when they get to this 4D, they become selfless. They become so selfless because they understand they want to go home. Yes. You hear that right. They want to exit this realm. They want to go home. It's not like, oh, Quincy, what home? Yeah, because they understand they come from a far more better, world, a far more better realm than this one. And they also understand that that is where they belong. And because they belong there and they want to go home, it's like going to a long, far away journey. And get it there, you forget yourself. But the moment you realize and you know that in order for you to return back, you need to achieve all that you came to do. And you start doing it. And that is why, because if you don't do it, you are not going anywhere. You get stuck. You know, you get trapped. So they understand that purpose. And that is why 4D become selflessness. Your kind heart become intense. People will not understand you. People will not get you. People will not get why you are doing what you do. They don't understand it. It's that kindness, that fire begin to burn because you understand this is your purpose and the mission. There is no other thing that matters to you. Every other thing is just a mirage. And you also understand that in this realm, everything is just a mirage. You have so much NPC around, fooling everywhere, making it so real, and which is not real. This is not your home and you want to go home. And everywhere you look, you're just like, oh my God, what is this? What is this? You get fed up. All you just want to do is to do all that you came to do on this planet so that you can exit. Because if you don't do it, if you are not done with it, you can't leave. That is why people reincarnate back. But that's story for another day. So now, in this 4D, the love is intense. You understand the name. This word love is not just a love, it is a frequency. And this frequency is what you give to yourself. It born, it is the frequency that just get took my pen. It's the frequency that holds the universe together. This love is so intense, and you understand what that word means. It makes you. Can I have? It makes you to think beyond your normal perspective of love. It's not that type of love that hurts. It's not that type of love that's calm. It's not that type of love. It's that love that gives peace. That calm, inner, sweet, peaceful piece of love that you will understand what that means. You will understand what that means. And then, of course, your purpose, we talk about it, and kindness and selflessness. So now, even if you are on this 4D realm, it doesn't stop there. In your 4D realm, there is also another tiny, tiny hole, very tiny. And this tiny hole, like a eye of the needle, that bring you to the 5th realm. This 5th realm, I must tell you, is crucial. It's interesting. It's like having a microscope in your eye that you can see things beyond normal seeing. You can see things beyond normal. You see people for who they are. You smell people. You smell human beings. You smell NPCs. You smell demons. You smell negativity. Before someone do like this, you go between realms. You can travel from one realm to another. From one planet to another, you can just travel. I mean, telepathically. You know, those are stories for another day. On this 5D realm, you smell, oh my God, what should I write there? On this 5D realm, you become more, your intuition is very high. Intuition is very high. Your desire, of exiting this world is very high. Your connection to the universe, to the source, is very high. It's like you are becoming the, how do I say it now? It's like becoming an assistant to, I'm trying to look for something very nice to use to describe it. You are becoming a mouthpiece, a spokesman to the president, for example. You're becoming a spokesman, a spokesperson to the president. You're becoming a representative of the universe itself, the source, where everything ignites from. You are not just a being anymore. People will not understand you. People will not understand you. It's fine. And this 5D realm, you are not for yourself anymore. Now you are not a representative of the source itself. Everything you do, what you do, they tell you to sit, you sit. They tell you to stand, you stand. They tell you to stand up, you stand up, because you are not a representative of them. So at this time of this 5D realm, there is nothing like me. No, there is no you. There was never you. It was only one mission that was needed, and that mission is you as a spokesperson. And that is why when this purpose and selflessness start to burn, you understand that, oh, this rain, this is what it is. Oh, this thing's here. This is what is supposed to be. Nobody needs to come and tell you. Nobody needs to come and tell you. And this 5-day rain, you are not you. And mind you, the most beautiful part on this 5-day rain is that you are being cared for in beyond your imagination. You see things beyond your imagination. And these 5-day rains, there was one time I came across this video. Person was talking about when you meet people, you can smell their energy. Tomorrow, definitely come and join this discussion, because it's been programmed this week. So I'm doing 3 days live video. So I will talk about this thing. So tomorrow I will be talking about chakras. Don't miss it, because it's very, very important. Don't miss it. 9 p.m. tomorrow, Dublin time. Just come and listen. Let me put the diagram for you to understand what your chakras is. And this person was talking about on this video, he said souls, they have kind energy, you will feel it. And he said, and they smell good. He said demon, NPCs, negative people, he said they smell like a rotten meat, like it's rotted, dead something. You will smell it. And I can tell you for free, this is live stream. I can give it all out to you. It smells so bad when you meet, Jesus. When you come across an NPC, Danny, don't do that. They smell so bad, so rotten. Mind you, when you're on 3D, you won't smell it. No, you won't. Definitely you won't. When you are on 4D, you won't smell it. But the moment you pass that tiny needle to 5D, you will smell all their energy. Like seriously, sometimes when you come across them, you're just gonna behave normal, you're not gonna say but I can tell you for free that this thing is real. It's so real. It's so real, like seriously, that you can basically smell people for who they are. Like smell. They smell. Ugh. And in most cases, it can be so like, boo. And another day when I will be talking about, I just hope the time is there, because time is very crucial. Time is very precious. Now that I'm trying to keep up with three times a week of videos, sometimes it can be complicated. It's not like that I don't want to come here and teach you guys this information or give you people this information. It's just that time is so crucial to me. I can't be here and here and here, and the mission is so intense and so big. And I'm trying to put this way, I'm trying to put that way, I'm trying to put that way, so that everything can flow good, and this one, I still have to do it. And I just hope time make it possible, and I can always come here and teach you guys these things. And because these are information, and you can't do video. Those days I used to record videos. Sometimes to talk in one video will be like 12 minutes. And even in that 12 minutes, I still have to, try to rush it. But this one is live video. I can talk as much and as I can't, as possible, to put this information out there. When someone attains into 5D rain, it's totally a new world. And sometimes you might, it might look like, Quincy, in this 5-day realm, what happens there? What happened in 5D realm is that now you are connected straight to source. Everyone is connected to source. Every soul being is connected to source. But the thing is, now the light between you and source is glink. That means it's out. You blink. You can, the light is blossoming, is lighting. So now what happened is, so what happens is that they are now using you to make this realm a better place. Another day, I'm just trying to cut it. There's so many things to talk about, but I'm trying to, put it easy so that it will be more better. So anyway, in this realm that we are, okay, in this realm, this planet that we are, basically, this planet was made as an holiday, holiday ground where people go and relax, and do stuff and come back home. But there was a war that happened in the cosmos long billions of years ago. And there were some people that were, entities, different entities. There was war. That was the war that different religions spoke about it in a different way, but it's still that war. And in that war, some entities, they came down here and they want to claim Earth because it is so calm, easy, everything is so good. So they want to regain it. In the process of them regaining it, they want to throw the souls, the other people away, so that they can get hold of it. So what happened is the sun, which is the kind of, let me use the word, the big boss in this cosmos, in this our Milky Way. So the sun is kind of the big boss. So kind of like, okay, no, we won't allow you people to take this control of this planet. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna like push you guys away and go back to your side of your universe, So it has been a clash. In that process, they all fill up this planet. So, and they fill up this planet, they make things complicated. So what happened is the sun now chooses, bring the mission out there in the galactic and said, okay, there is a deadly mission, people, and that is where, if you are a soul being, that is where you sign up to come into this realm. Story short. So that is how you came in down here. And that is where each and everyone come down here. So now what happened is, before you came, there was a sign that, okay, I will do this, I will do that, because each and every day of your life, you are shaping this realm. That's just the way it is, positive or negatively. So now, in that process of you being, all of these things, trying to shape this planet, making a better place and so forth, when you get to this 5D, that is where you now work hand in hand, It's just like you can just be in your room and you will be hearing about, oh, there is this kind of soul that is passing through hell, blah, 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 something you need to do, blah, blah, blah. And before you know, less than maybe 2-3 days, the person will be connected to you because everything is connected. So these things, they do it. These things, they build it. These things, they control it. And they control it in a way that, in the way that they want to make this planet a better place. And when you are on that 5D, you are working hand in hand. There is no party here. There is no, I remember then, last time I used to drink alcohol. Yeah, I used to. And the last time I took alcohol, it's like, I was like, ooh, that was the end. That was the end. I never touched it again. If I just see alcohol, I was like, oh, it's like poison. That is what, when you get to that level, that is how it is. That is how you see it. And because you see it for what it actually is. And it's not just like you are seeing it for that, but you are seeing it for what it actually is. And the 5D realm is not like a scary word on a scary realm. It's just a realm that is beyond measure, that give you more knowledge and purpose. Of course, everybody want to go home. You want to go back to your planet, you want to go back to your world, you want to go back to your things. In order for you to go back, you need to do all that was necessary. And this 5D realm, the beauty of it is that everything is so wonderful. It's become alignment. Like I can just be walking by and I just see my phone and we have this, or those repeated number 222 444 12 12 12 10 10 10 11 11 11. You just be having this alignment so intensely, and these are things that were never there before. You barely have that time. You never see it. But the moment you began to align, you will see all these numbers every now and then, and it's just intense. So 5D world is not like scary. The beauty part of it is that you are extremely protected, even as you are in 3D. If you are a soul, you are still protected. It's just that now you are more kind of like close it door. You are more kind of like a soul is like a child who can listen to the parents. It's like when a child is grown up, and because he's grown up, he can, hear. When the parents say sit, just like you see Daniela running left and right. Close the door now, please. Close the door. Danny, close the door. So it's just like Daniela, but the moment she started to have sense now, she began to understand that, she can't do this, she can't do that. Then I don't know look at it. That is how 5D realm is. Because in 5D realm, Danny, give it to me. Stop to write everywhere. In 5D realm, you don't look at stress for, I think for the universe itself, the source and all the guidance and the angels and so I don't think it's actually stressful for them, because they know when they ask you to sit, you sit. They know when they ask you to stand, you stand. They know when they ask you to, just things happen. I last time I really want to share this, because sometimes when we talk about this 5D, some people, it might feel that it's scary, it's bad. No, it's not scary, it's not bad. In fact, it's the best. It's the best. It's the best. I mean, it's the best. Maybe some of that time, but let me just quickly throw a light on it before I will round up this discussion today. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let me just quickly throw light on this. You are always guided. When I mean guided, I mean guide, like protected to the highest cup. More you are more diving into yourself. The universe and your source and your guiding angels, they're always there to keep you and protect you. So I just take a few question before I go. Thank you, YouTube people. Please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you, TikTok people. Thank you all so much. And tomorrow, come and join the discussion as we talk about the chakras. When we talk about chakras. Look at Daniela face. I don't know you guys can see Daniela face. She used back to rub her face. Tomorrow we'll talk about chakras. Come and join, because it's gonna be another beautiful topic, and where you can also learn a lot of things about your spirituality, your awakeness. What is chakras? If you haven't the word chakras, or you have heard about it, you heard about it, but you don't really know what is chakras. Tomorrow come and let's talk about it. And if you have questions, bring it on, because we can answer all your questions. So thank you all so much. And thank you for stopping by, all the Facebook, all the YouTube, all the TikTok. Well, love to you all. Thank you so much, and I hope this message resonates. I hope you're able to get one or two things from all this message. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you back tomorrow, 9 p.m. Bye.